Welcome to Auction version 4, the event management software tool from Auction Systems. In this video in the EventPay series, I will show you how to securely capture your guests' encrypted credit card data at check-in using the EventPay app. Why capture credit cards at check-in? When you capture your guest's credit card data on the way in the door to your event, that guest can leave more quickly at the end of the event. You minimize lines at checkout since you already have their credit card on file. If a guest needs to leave early before you've entered all the winning bids, if you have their card on file, you will be able to collect the payment from them even if they leave early. EventPay only captures encrypted credit card data. Neither EventPay nor Auction ever gets unencrypted credit card data, so it's safe for both you and your guests. As a reminder, what is the EventPay app? This is a special app for a Windows PC that we created. Its sole purpose is to securely store the encrypted credit card data captured by the swiping device. The EventPay app does not actually charge the credit cards. The EventPay app is free. The app does not need internet, nor does it require that the computers be connected to each other. If you have more than one swiping device, each device needs to be connected to its own Windows PC that has the EventPay app installed. The swiping device will be connected to the computer that has the app using the USB cable that is included in the box with the swiper, so the computer does need a working USB port. Do not try to connect the swiper to the computer using the prong on the swiper and the headphone jack on your computer. It won't work. This is a picture of the swiping device in the box it came in. The device itself is this little square. The USB cable that you need to connect to the EventPay app is right here. This orange strap is simply a lanyard that you can attach to the device and wear it on your neck so you don't lose it. Using this lanyard is strictly optional. We have also included a small card with links to help on our website. Here is a picture of the device connected to the computer using the USB cable. To get started, start the EventPay app and accept the terms. If you've already imported the list of bidders' names as detailed in the previous video, click No to proceed. If you need to import your list of real bidders for this year, click Yes and follow the directions in the previous video. If your event does not give out bid numbers until people arrive at the event, or if you are expecting some walk-ins who have not pre-registered, this is no problem. You will still be able to capture their cards at check-in if you choose. Click No to proceed. Before check-in begins, if you have been practicing with the app or used this same computer to capture cards at a previous event, be sure to click Clear Swipes to remove all practice swipes or swipes left over from last year. By the way, it's always a good idea to have your check-in team practice swiping credit cards to get a feel for how the swipers work. They can practice with their own credit card. But once they're done practicing, be sure to clear the swipes before you start capturing any real credit cards for a real guest for this year. Once you have real credit cards for this year on the computer, do not clear the swipes again until after all credit cards are batch charged through auction a day or two after the event. Because until your organization actually charges the credit cards, you never know if you will need to grab this encrypted data one more time. To swipe a credit card, on the EventPay ribbon, click the Swipe button. This is the swipe screen that has a list of known bidders that have been imported from auction. They will be sorted in bid number order. On the left screen is a list that will be generated of bidders with credit cards that have been swiped. This list will populate as you swipe the cards. If this list on the left is not blank at the beginning of check-in because you see some practice swipes or some names on the card that belong to bidders that had the same bid number last year, and check-in has not yet started for this year, most likely the previous year's or practice swipes have not been cleared. Click Home on the screen and click Clear Swipes before you take a card from a real guest at check-in. To start registering a credit card, when the guest gives you the credit card, type in their bid number here. If the bidder is in the list of names on the right, their name and address information will appear on the screen. Welcome them by name as it appears in this field. If they say, "I'm not that person," double check that you typed in the correct bid number. If the bid number is wrong or the guest was given the wrong bid number, click Wrong Person and start over. Something that sometimes happens is a person who pre-registered cannot come and they send someone else in their place. Do not give the bid number for the person who could not come to their replacement. This will cause so much need for data entry, correction, and auction to sort everything out that you and the data team do not have time for now. So simply give the replacement a new bid number that is not being used by anyone else in the auction data. Make them fill out some kind of 3x5 card with their name and contact information and the bid number you have assigned to them. Swipe their card using that new bid number, and I will show you how that will look when I talk about walk-ins later in this presentation. Make sure the 3x5 card or whatever you have them fill out gets to an auction data entry person so they can enter that person into the auction project in case they're a winning bidder. Anyway, if the person is the correct bidder, click Person Matches Bid Number. If your pre-event data entry team has entered the person's address in the auction project, that information would have come into EventPay when the list of bidder names was imported. You will see it below, and you can ask them if the billing zip code on the credit card they gave you is the same as their address zip code. If it is, click Billing Zip is correct. If it's not, the preferred thing to do is click Enter Change Billing Zip and type it in the zip box. When you sync the credit card data back into auction after the check-in is complete, rest assured that it will not overwrite their mailing zip code in auction. It will simply add a new billing zip code to auction. If there's no address information, click Enter Change Billing Zip and add the zip code associated with their credit card. Once you click Billing Zip is correct or Enter Change Zip Code and you go ahead and enter a zip code, you will see a swiper choice added to the screen. The BBPOS swipers are on the left, so click this left button. The Click Then Swipe Card button will appear. Go ahead and click it. The Waiting for Card message will appear. So now it's time to swipe a credit card through the swiping device. The BBPOS card readers do not accept chips, so you must swipe through the strip reader side. If you are right-handed, hold the swiping device in your left hand with the back of the swiping device facing you. Hold the card in your right hand with the front of the card facing you so the magnetic strip is on the other side but towards your left hand. Practice swiping several times to get the hang of it. If you do not swipe in time, a message will pop up on the screen that tells you that you did not swipe in time. This message is rare because you do have quite a little bit of time to swipe. Another error you get is the swipe was bad. The most common reason for this message is that you did not catch the entire magnetic strip in your swiping attempt. Before trying again, you must click the Click and then Swipe Card button again. When the swipe is successful, you will see the screen. You must click the green Register Card button to successfully save the encrypted card information. We suggest that you turn off Wi-Fi on the swiping computers and don't connect them to the internet because if your internet connection is not strong, instead of accepting the swipe, it will attempt to tokenize the swipe. You do not need a token to save the encrypted credit card information, and if the computer cannot get a token due to a less than adequate internet signal, the app will time out without even capturing the encrypted card information. This is very frustrating and can really slow down check-in. So our advice remains, don't connect a swiping computer to the internet, especially via Wi-Fi. When you register the card after a successful capture, you will see this message. I actually love this message because it tells me that you got the encrypted card information, which happens really quickly. Click OK, and you are ready to swipe your next card. This message is very rare but more problematic because if you are connected to a strong internet signal, the card should have received a token if you got this far without timing out. This indicates that there may be something wrong with the credit card. Did they give you their Target card instead of their MasterCard and you didn't notice? So if you're connected to the internet and you see this message, you could try swiping this card again by clicking OK and then saying click and then swipe. If you get the same message, ask for a different card and try with that card. You will probably see a message when you type their bid number in that they already have a card saved, and do you want to overwrite that card? Of course, click yes to continue. When you have successfully registered the credit card, their bid number will appear in the list on the left, as well as the name on the card and the type of credit card. This list will sort in numerical order by bid number. This list on the left will only be the bidders that have swiped on this computer. If you have more than one computer with the app and a swiping device, the other computers will have their own list of captured credit cards. There is one more error you may see when you click Register a Card. If something is wrong with the swipe, EventPay will not record a bid number associated with the encrypted card information. This is a fatal error and could put the app in a bad state. It will pop up this message and cause the app to close. As the error says, before the app closes, the bid number was not captured successfully and the app will close. Please restart the app and try to capture this bidder's credit card again. If you still get this error when you try a second time, ask the guest if they have a different type of credit card because there might be something wrong with the card itself. Now let's talk about walk-ins. Walk-ins are people who are not in the list of pre-registered bid numbers on the right of the screen in the EventPay app. Maybe your organization has not pre-assigned bid numbers, or maybe this person is a last-minute attendee and they had not been assigned a bid number by the time the list of bidders was given to the EventPay app. As long as they have a bid number now, you can register a credit card for that bid number. When you type in the bid number, the EventPay app will show you that that bid number does not exist in the list on the right and ask you to confirm that you have not made a mistake by typing in this new box that pops up for you to retype in the bid number. When you type it in the second time, it will of course not know the person's name like the pre-assigned bid numbers, but you should click I will enter billing zip code button and then type in the zip for that credit card right here. So just ask them what it is and type it in. Then you can proceed as you have for a pre-registered bidder by clicking the click then swipe card button. Once the card is successfully swiped and registered, that bid number and card will appear in the list on the left. But before you can sync the swipes with the auction data, that person's name and bid number must be entered in auction. I like to keep some kind of registration form or 3x5 card handy to have the walk-in fill in their name, address, and other contact information, as well as the bid number they were assigned, so that this information can be entered into the auction project if it has not already been. In the next video in this EventPay series, I will show you how to sync the credit card information to auction before checkout. Thank you for joining us.